Haitians are always on the right side of history. I don't care what nobody say. So you telling me that ICE came to Brooklyn, specifically Little Haiti, Flatbush, kote all Haitians you leave? I guess ICE was trying to detain the Haitians over there, and the Haitians were not going for it. I think that people forget that we were the first ones to be freed. My people got a taste of slavery and said, we can't do this. Wrap this up by tonight. We did. If there's anything that we know Haitian people are known for doing, is fight for what they believe in. And they done beat ICE the fuck up and ran them out of the hood, as they should. Yup, the Haitians beat up ICE. So you can see right here, recent ICE operations in Brooklyn have intensified, particularly in Little Haiti and East Flatbush, sparking community resistance and safety concerns. Y'all see how many people came outside? ICE, you need some ice. You're outnumbered. Yes, they fought them with their hands and feet and baton and whatever else they could find. Probably a sandal. Somebody probably even had a belt. Point is, you don't fuck with Haitian and every other minority group. Let this be a lesson. You have hands and feet. Use them. And due to all these Haitians that came out and stood together, they successfully ran ICE out of Flatbush. Because we own Flatbush. Fuck is you talking about? We have a whole neighborhood in that bitch. Little Haiti. Y'all got some nerve. I mean, as the Haitians say, and it's literally on our flag, l'union fait la force. And fait l'union, fait force, et puis bat you.
I'm so freaking proud of the Haitian community. This is how you do it. If we all did exactly what they did, we could do this. We got to stand together. All I've been saying is fight back. Do not let them get you. ICE agents aren't ICE agents. If they were actually ICE agents, if they're just people with masks and just doing this shit because they can, then why are we not able to fight back? I know why we can't, because everybody's afraid they're going to get in trouble. They're going to go to jail. They're going to get arrested. Something's going to happen to their family. They're going to lose their job, and then they're not going to be able to feed their family. They're going to lose their house. Basically, one wrong move and the whole fucking house of cards falls down. But what's better? Being homeless and jobless and possibly not being able to take care of your family? Or being picked up and taken to a concentration camp, a detention center?
So I saw a couple videos of Haitians actually fighting back against ICE. ICE is in the Haitian community trying to kidnap some people, and the Haitians were literally fighting back, pulling ICE off of their people, throwing them to the ground, escorting their people away from them. Anytime ICE would grab somebody, the people would hop on that ICE agent and throw them to the ground. They were literally fighting back. And this honestly makes sense, because what you said is so true. There are people that would rather die fighting to stay here than go back to a country where they're going to do nothing but suffer. And for the people that are gonna, well, why is their country nothing but suffering? Because of America. America destabilized the country, planted corrupt regimes, and then wonder why you have people fleeing the country to come over here looking for freedom. Then they're gonna take the people that fled from the mess that they created and try to ship them back there.
Gade fwe kan Iceman. Gade boozin Iceman. Ice in Brooklyn, like, tried to snatch up some Haitians and got beat the hell up. Didn't your forefathers learn their lesson in the 1800s when black Haitians, black slaves, whooped their ass too and gained our independence? It's literally in our DNA. What you think was going to happen? You going to come to a whole neighborhood full of Haitians in Brooklyn, New York, and you thought you was going to snatch one of them up? Nah.
Some fucking great news today. Fucking great news. So ICE decided to go to Brooklyn earlier. And they decided, to go into a random neighborhood and try to play snatchies with some Haitians. Well, all I gotta say is, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Props to my Haitians. They fucking whooped ICE's ass. They took them down. They said, fuck nah. You not doing this in my neighborhood. Get the fuck out of here. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. Us as Latinos, we need to stick together and we need to fight ICE. We need to fight. Especially if you guys are in the position to do so.
So it looks like ICE has just made a strategic blunder. They decided, of all places, of all neighborhoods, they were gonna try and raid a Haitian neighborhood. And yep, as you guessed, it did not work out for them. I mean, of all the worst places you could imagine to try and put a raid, for whatever reason on, it would be a Haitian neighborhood. Haitians, they are just known for taking anything from anybody. They don't take anything from anybody. Even going back into their history, they, I believe, were the first to rebel against slavery. They were the first to be freed from slavery. They have a continuous history of always fighting back, always standing up for what they believe in and what they believe is right. And yes, recently they stood up once again, and ICE, it did not look good for them. They rolled in, as they always do, into the neighborhoods. I guess they expected people to be handed over to them. They expected just to go into the neighborhood, take some people, and then go back and live on the rest of their lives. It did not happen. They got beaten. Can you believe it? They got beaten. They got shoes thrown at them. They got beaten with sticks. They got beaten out of the Haitian neighborhood. This is not a good look for ICE. It's not a good look for Trump. It's not a good look for America in general when the rest of the world, they see these agents, trying to steal people from communities. Whether you believe it's right or wrong, like I say, on the TV, image is everything. I mean, they say the greatest weapon ever created was the media, was the TV, was the paper, was the news, and above all, a country's image is everything. That's why you see every country has their broadcasts, they have their newspapers, they have their image shown through that. And a bunch of ICE agents getting beat up by people they were trying to detain does not look good for the image of ICE or America in general. I mean, this whole situation is not good for America, and it just seems like it's getting worse. Of course, ICE, they targeted first the Latinos, and now it seems they are going after the Haitians. After the Haitians, who knows who could be next? But them trying to pick a fight with the Haitians did not work out for them. So they might go back to the drawing board. They might try to figure out, who can we go for instead of the Haitians? Because the Haitians, they have not made it easy. They have never made it easy. It's why actually Haitians, they had a lot of things put on them, implemented on them by, they had harsh fines and import and export fines put on them by Europeans hundreds of years ago, because they basically defeated the Europeans and got themselves out of slavery. So again, like I say, this is not a people that will go down easily. And ICE figured that out. They found that out. In general, it's not a good thing. I don't know what they're trying to do. Just have an ICE go up into a neighborhood and say, hey, we're going to take this guy, we're going to take that guy. Of course, they are going to be an eventual fight back. People are just not going to allow that to happen. They're not. I mean, let's be honest, they're not going to allow random people just to come up to a neighborhood and be like, hey, we're going to take this guy, we're going to take this girl, and we're going to take this, and we're going to take that. It's going to lead to, of course, an eventual conflict, and this is what we're seeing, and perhaps that's what the American government want. They want a reaction so they can have more of a justification of what and why they are doing things. But who knows? But the Haitians, for one, didn't take it lying down. They stood up, fought back, and who knows? ICE might go back. They might come back with more agents or the military or who knows. But all these things, these are all, for me, they are solvable things. They are solvable issues. It just seems like the government prefers to try and strong arm everything. They prefer to kind of try to do everything by force, when in reality these are problems that are very solvable without the use of force, without the use of trying to intimidate and prosecute and this, that and the other. There are better avenues that could be taken to resolve these issues in a better and more calm manner, and a way where all parties involved can feel like they have benefited from the outcome and the results of all the decisions that could have been made. But instead, they choose to do it this way. And like I say, the only real time you do it this way is when you want a reaction. When you want a reaction, because you want the reaction to justify the things you are doing. So, but to see those videos, it was crazy. Like I say, a lot of Latino people, they are also say, hey, maybe they should have acted that way. Maybe they should have reacted that way. Maybe they should have fought back the way the Haitians did. But who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that it is better to fight back, or do you think it is better to go through a different avenue? Who knows? But let me know. This has been another video. It's been Reaction Call. I'll see you next time. Peace.